We're talking with Doug Upstone from ImpactWageringSolutions.com and Steve from CollegeFootballWinning.com discussing Week 4 in college football and the SBR TV Experts Roundtable. I want to move on now to one of the games that Doug Upstone said he wanted to talk about, and I'm interested to see what he has to say about it. It's Florida State at Clemson. Florida State, of course, is off of their loss to Oklahoma. Now, this line opened at -3. Florida State as a road favorite. It's since gone down to pick'em. So someone likes, Clemson on this one. Someone with influence bet it hard. I know that Florida State has some questions in terms of injuries. Their quarterback is a little bit banged up. The receiver is a little bit banged up. But they are also a team that's got a ton of talent, and they're, a lot of people are saying that they're 1 year away from the national championship. And some people have been saying that Florida State in this spot as a pick'em now on the road might have good value despite their injuries. Doug, what's your take on this line?
Clemson's going to win the game. And the reason that they're going to win the game is that a number of the Clemson players, in terms of their offense, they're very dynamic. This Taj Boyd has really come on because there was a lot of questions about him before the season, how much they should force feed him. And what he's proven is that every time they add a little bit more to the offense, he executes it. So that's the big advantage they've had. Now, granted, Auburn's defense, obviously not very good, but everything that they did worked. And one of the things that Clemson has shown it's able to do is to be able to get to the edge, especially when on the hash marks towards the short side. They get there very quickly, and they line up their blocking in a manner that they wall off. And I think they will do the same thing against Florida State. Even though Florida State's defense is much improved, I think that they'll be able to do that. Defensively, Clemson has some weaknesses, but I think with the home crowd, that gives them some advantages. Now, this is a really huge game for both teams because in the Atlantic Division, other than these two teams, I'm not really sure who's going to step up. So from that standpoint, you go that direction. The winner has a decisive advantage. The other thing that comes into play is that Florida State has lost their last 4 times when they have gone to Memorial Stadium, haven't covered the spread, not covered the spread once. The home team is 8-1, 7-2 against the spread in this game.
All right. Steve from CollegeFootballWinning.com. Do you have any take on this line?
Sadly, I hate to say that I am avoiding this game.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of a Clemson team. Did you see Dabo Swinney after the game? I mean, it looked like he just won the Super Bowl. This guy was a national champ. How emotional was that game? It seemed incredibly emotional. We're not sure exactly what the state of super quarterback Manuel at Florida State. We don't know his health. I understand he's probable, and everyone says he's going to play. But
right.
I would just say stay away from. Again, Florida State. We saw them play one time, as far as I'm concerned, and that was against Oklahoma.
Right.
And I'm not sure how much we learned. So I see a lot of hype with Florida State and a lot of fantastic athletes, but that's not new to Florida State. They always have fantastic athletes.
Right.
So they're 1-2 against the spread this year with good reason, because popular teams like that who come in with tons of hype, their number's going to be shaded or overvalued.
Sure.
So in Clemson also came in with some hype, not nearly as much as Florida State. They're 2-1 against the spread. So I'm going to stay away from this one, but I would love to watch this football game.